Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I have started this new series called A New Year, New Me, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of writing down your goals. Hey guys, so I'm excited anytime there's a new year because I feel like the way most people feel, it's a time where you can kind of assess where you're at and where you've been, and you can create goals or resolutions or whatever it is that you like to call them. As I've talked about in previous videos, I like to set goals and not resolutions, and I want to do things that are going to be a lifestyle change versus like I'm going to do something drastic or like that's just over the top, that it's a lifestyle that I can't maintain, or a goal that's just, I like to be realistic, because if you're realistic, then you're more likely to be able to accomplish those goals. And if you're failing at these goals that are unrealistic, then you just kind of start feeling down and out, and it just kind of makes you backstep or backpedal and stuff. So one of the very, I think it was like, I have my journal from 2014, but I think it was like 2013. I read this article, I think it was like a Dave Ramsey article or something like that, that said people who write down their goals are like 90 something, like high 90s, maybe even 98% more chance of fulfilling those goals. So I went back and I found my journal from 2000 and let me see, oh my gosh, this is crazy, from 2014, and I am just like, I can't believe, like, pretty much I'm pretty sure on here everything I have set out to accomplish as far as short-term and even some long-term goals, I've been able to accomplish. And I think it was really important and awesome to be able to look back and see like that I did it and that I wrote it down, and not just me, but as a family we were able to do it. So this is something that my husband and I do every year. We sit down and we talk about short-term goals, long-term goals, and you know, we talk about within like the next couple months, this is what we want to do. Within the year, this is what we want to accomplish. And then within a span of 5 years, this is what we want to accomplish. And even we've talked about like way far distant future, even though it's really hard to really think and say, like, because you don't know exactly where you're gonna be. And I'm not gonna say that writing them down made them all happen, like everything was perfect. We ran into bumps along the way, challenges, setbacks, but I think what made such an impact was that this was in 2014 and now we're going into 2018, and just seeing these things happen. And when you set goals, it's important to know that you might have setbacks and there might be something that prolongs that goal from happening. An example I can give you is like me graduating. I was hoping to graduate like a semester or two earlier, but there were some bumps that like came up, and so I still graduated. Yay, 2017 was great. That was like a pivotal moment, but I didn't graduate in the time span that I had. It was like, I think it was like a couple year, like 2.5 years. I wanted to get it done in 2 years. I think it took me like 2.5 years to get my bachelor's degree. And so, but it was a goal that I set, and I think that's what's important, is that I had written it down and I saw it. And so, like, it was something that, yes, it took me a little bit longer than I planned, if that makes sense. There we go. It took me a little bit longer than I originally planned to make this goal happen, but it happened. And to see that I wrote it down and that it was a real goal and a real aspiration, and to look at it and be like, I did it. Oh my gosh, I like want to cry right now because it's so exciting. But anyways, I thought just I would look or I would write, I would show you, or not show you, but I would read some of my goals that I did in 2014. And so if you follow me, or if you've been following me, or if you've seen in my videos, you can kind of see what I have accomplished and what I haven't. Like things like budget and debt or whatever, that's not something that I've shared on here. So that won't be something that you'll be able to see, but there's some other things that I wrote on here that you'll be able to see. And I think it's like super funny because I have like some of my college stuff when I was getting ready to enroll in University of Houston, Victoria. And so like I have a card of somebody I was talking to, and I don't know, it's just crazy to see these thoughts from like a couple years ago. So 2014 family goals was to continue to make healthy changes in our life. And I think 2013, 2014 like was a year that I lost a substantial amount of weight, and I just wanted to kind of continue that. And I've been able to continue it to a degree, up and down and stuff like that. My weight has fluctuated, but for the most part I haven't just completely fallen off the wagon. Another thing was by 2015 have a good gym set up in the garage. And if you have followed any of my vlogs or any of my workout stuff, we have a fully loaded CrossFit style gym that my husband and I work out of regularly. We have friends that come and work out with us, and that's pretty cool too. You know, it took time to build the gym. We didn't just say we want this to happen. We had to budget and we had to save and find things on Craigslist or those beg, buy, barter, sell things, or just save up our money and buy certain equipment and stuff like that. But we've been able to accomplish it, and our gym still grows and it's still amazing. And we still, like just a couple weeks ago, we bought a new sled to integrate a new style of workout into our routine. So yes, we still have our home gym, and we are still working on making healthy choices. Getting rid of debt that we've had by this time next year. House is not part of the debt. So I feel like credit card debt, student loan debt, and stuff like that was something that we really worked hard on eliminating. We do have a truck payment because my husband started with a new company and his old company had provided him a truck. But other than that, we are pretty much debt free besides our home. And I think that's really important. We've had to really scrimp and save and learn how to budget. And I will definitely post a video later on in this series of just different ways we've saved money. So look out for that one. So another goal was to start having a savings fund, and I think that was something really drastic that we really worked really hard to make happen. And we have really been able to build up a savings that definitely comes in handy when we have emergencies, or because you do try to plan for emergencies, you do try to have something, but you can't plan for everything. Like, don't know what life is gonna hand us, and so sometimes we get thrown these wrenches and stuff, but it helps when you have a little bit of a cushion to help you through that hard time. Another goal was to be a better mom, wife, and work on my anxiety. So anybody who doesn't know, because it's not something I really openly talk about on here, is I do suffer from anxiety. And I think it was like, what was it, 2016 maybe, towards the end of 2016, I decided that I needed more help. And so I went and started getting therapy, and I think that has made a world of difference in myself and the dynamics of my family. Although I don't do these sessions with my husband or anybody else in my family, I do talk a lot about family and things that happened in the past, things that I'm scared of, things that bother me, and whether it be about myself, whether it be like if my husband and I got into an argument, or if someone like hurts my feelings but I don't know how to deal with it in like a healthy way, I guess. I've been able to sit down with this person, and it has made a huge difference. And just me being able to let go a little bit. Definitely what I've learned is anxiety is not something that you're just gonna be cured from. It's something that I'm always going to live with, something I'm always gonna have to work on. And some days I'm better at working on it than others, but I think having a therapist and getting therapy has made a world of difference. And just me being able to communicate, and not only communicate, but express my thoughts in a way that makes sense, not just to me, because sometimes I didn't understand why I was feeling a certain way, but being able to express them to like my husband instead of just like, you're making me mad, you're making me like feel a certain way. Like, this is what, like, being able to break it down to what it is that's triggering it. And so if you are suffering with anxiety, I would definitely recommend, if it's something that's in your budget and something that you can do, is to talk to a therapist. I know that churches offer some sort of counseling as well. So I get counseling through, I get therapy through the VA, but definitely go out and see what options you have. Even if it means like getting self-help books, because that's been a big part too, is me reading self-help books to kind of help me understand the emotions and the feelings and what anxiety really is. So another goal I had was writing, journaling, writing and journaling, vlogs, and reading. So I've definitely read a whole bunch more. Some of it was school related, but some of it was like for pleasure and enjoyment. Like I said, I've read a lot of like different self-help books and stuff like that. Audio books have been a huge lifesaver for me. I know it's not technically reading, but I feel like I'm still getting in the material. I do also like to read. I think that reading just helps further your vocabulary. And from someone who growing up never read any of the school required books, like it's amazing to see how much I enjoy reading now. And then writing, that's still something I haven't really done so much of, but I've been writing like a lot of papers. But writing for pleasure hasn't been something that I've really done, which I hope to be able to do this coming year. And vlogging, so that year was kind of iffy, and that's where I talk about when things kind of happen and you're like, oh, like wrenches get thrown or something, or just vlogging wasn't something I did a whole lot of that year. And then 2015, I kind of started doing it more. In 2016, I mean this whole 2016, all of 2000, I'm like confused on my years. All of 2017, by the time 2017 came, I was vlogging and uploading videos on a weekly basis, sometimes having one video a week, sometimes having 2 videos a week. Daily vlogging is not something I see in our future, but I do have some daily vlogs up there, and I've definitely been more consistent with putting content up here. What I wrote down was meditation and yoga and running. So I can tell you for a fact, in 2014 and 2015, I was really running a lot. I was meditating a lot. I was doing yoga, and that is something that's kind of fallen short as the time has gone on. Whether, that might have been a goal I had for then, but now I have new goals. I do want to go, I do work out a lot, and my goal is usually to get at least 3 to 4 workouts in during a week. But I know how healthy and happy I felt when I was doing, looking back, I remember how happy and healthy I felt when I was doing mindful meditation and some yoga practices and running. And so that's something that I do want to implement in the new year, or in the year 2018. So that is it. I just wanted to tell you guys the importance of writing down your goals. And so that's this first kickoff video to this new year, new you. It helps to write these down. It's definitely helped me when I went and looked back, because I know there's times where I've been really hard on myself, but and these were just some of the goals that I wrote down, and I'm looking through here and just some of the things I wrote down, and some of them are so silly and some of them are just like, oh, that's so cute. So I definitely encourage you guys to create a journal for the year that you write your goals in, and it's something that you can look back at and see how you've grown, reassess what your goals are, if that goal is necessary anymore, or did you achieve that goal, and what's the next step. So that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any tips or tricks or any videos you want to see me do during this series, just comment down below. If you have any videos that pertain to this genre or this idea, or if you are a YouTuber and you have a new year, new me video type challenge, then just go ahead and link it down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.